Hello and welcome everyone to Group H of the Rookie Star League. Uh, with me is Red Dot Quad. Say hello.
Hello everyone, I'm Red Quad.
And we are on... Oh my god, my voice is already dying. We are on Neo Sylphid, and at the 12 o'clock position in the color red, playing as Protoss, we got the player Jsteh19. And as Terran, at the 8 o'clock position in the color orange, we got Freyasspirit. So how do you think this matchup will go?
Yeah, in TVP I'm not a good expert and I don't play TVP because I'm Zerg player, so I think usually it's either early aggression from Protoss to provoke some mistakes from the Terran player. It could be two base all-in from Terran player, one base even all-in sometimes. Or a macro game with arbiters or carriers, just normal stuff and tanks and vultures. So we'll
Okay,
see.
okay, I'm sorry. There's something really weird going on. Usually as a Protoss against a Terran player, you don't build your gateway at the natural. Like 10 gateway is normal, but you would have it in your main base. And a simulator should come at 11 and not at 10, so I do wonder what JST is planning here.
Yeah, Freya just cancelled the simulator and then rebuilt it again. So maybe just a change of thought. I'm not sure what happened
Yeah.
there. I like this barracks placement close to command center. It's well placed against early zealot aggression, so you can put marine between command center and the barracks, and marines can get through and zealots cannot get through. So if you get harassed with zealots, it's a very defensive building placement from Terran player.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing like a very early second pylon from JST as well. And another really early pylon, so
Yeah, Cybercore. Do
yeah.
you know why the gateway is usually in the main for Protoss player in this matchup?
Because you usually expand late and you don't need a wall. And because you are staying on one gate for a long time, you don't want
Hmm.
like it being surrounded by vultures or stuff. So it's usually better in the main, but I'm not completely sure why. I just do it because I was told to.
Hmm.
But I think it's because, yeah, you usually expand late and it's safer in the main base and you don't need a wall.
Yeah,
And
against
it's,
vultures, it totally makes sense to
yeah.
have it in the main. And the thing I noticed, Freya is scouting all the time with an SCV and seeing everything that's happening at GS Tech base.
Mm,
So has every information. Then only now Dragoon will kill the SCV, and I think Prob died way earlier, so Protoss is in the dark.
yeah. We're also seeing a very early Citadel. So JST might want to go for Dark Templars. But since Freya did see the Citadel, this shouldn't work.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
see.
see. Maybe
Yeah, there's the
we
Templar Archive, so we're
still
going to
work.
see DTs.
Yeah, it's one thing to have the scout, and another thing to see and realize what you should do to prevent it. So
Mm,
still, it can work. Um,
yeah, but since it was
will be hard.
scouted,
Now two Dragoons are going to cancel an expansion, presumably because Jsteh doesn't know if it's an expansion or what. But now he'll see that there is a tank
yeah,
and
and the
nowhere,
um,
no command center.
and the goons don't even have range, but slight miss micro by Freya.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dragoons get away and the tank gets away and only one marine's going to die.
Behind this, Protoss is not building Nexus, so he
mm,
is trying to be aggressive with building Dark Templars behind, maybe try to do some damage and assume there is no turrets. But there is already a turret in
yeah.
the main, turret in the expansion, so Terran is well prepared for any possible GT
Yeah, I think
run by.
this was a good reaction by Freya to build the engineering bay after they saw the citadel.
Oh, those Dragoons can die really quickly.
Yeah, tanks are good units. And yeah,
Yeah.
those dragoons are toast but
Yeah, Jsteh underestimated the power of Dragoons, but maybe the plan was to kill this turret and
yeah, I
then
think
a
so
Dark
too.
Templar.
And then get the
Uh,
Dark Templar, but he
this
should
turret in the main.
really try to aim the SCV so that the turret doesn't get up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
now the
more
turret is up.
DTs are coming, so it is a DT rush. Kind of only DTs. And I think many Terran players have nightmares about DTs, so it is a very nice reaction from Freya to build turrets in time, and
Yeah,
that this all was possible because of the early scout. So that's the
yeah.
lesson for everybody that scouting is important, can save you game.
Freya now is starting to expand. Should be a bit more careful with the turret placement, like should creep it a bit more carefully and not like stay in the range of the other turret.
Yeah. And right now,
Or at least
because of
mine.
those DTs, Protoss can expand even earlier than Terran was supposed to expand, and Terran now staying still at one base, uh, building
Yeah.
turrets everywhere, kind of
Oh,
maybe panicking a bit. Now this is CV, I thought was going to make command center, but maybe it was a scouting CV and got
the
killed.
command center is already building in the main base. It's going to
Oh,
float.
yeah, sorry, didn't notice this. Yeah.
And as you said, double expansion by Jsteh.
Yeah, what do you think about double expansion in this position? Uh, as a
Um,
Protoss, like having DTs here, yeah, I think he feels confident, right, that Terran is not going to move out anytime soon.
yeah. And I mean, Freya, they did just finish their academy. So it's going to be a while until these DTs can be, but now went into the, went into the range of the turret. So, but I'm not sure if I would double expand off of this position. But I mean, I don't know. This game is really not in my level of expertise because it's already so off the rails in a way.
Yeah, providing how it started and
Yeah.
um, so right now Protoss doesn't have enough probes to saturate all the bases, but Jsteh getting there slowly, building some cannons to prevent vulture harassment on the third base. And Freya doesn't know doesn't know whether it's free base or only now
Yeah.
scanned
Did
the
just scan
natural,
the natural.
but third base is still not scouted. I mean, and yeah, Terran can assume that this is just two base right now.
Yeah. But I mean, if Freya pushes out, she actually should be able, if she micros her vultures, I do think she could just push over the map. Like, especially since yeah, Jsteh doesn't have much of an army. And we got 5 siege tanks. If they would have put their, I'm sorry, if they would have put the vultures with the siege tanks, but now vultures at the natural base. So
Yeah,
this,
it's doing huge damage.
yeah, this will do a lot of damage.
They were denied at third base, no problem with those 2 cannons, but natural was not defended, and now so many probes can die.
Yeah.
And those vultures in your base, it's a nightmare. Even as a Zerg player, I know this feeling. And probes dying even more, even faster than drones. Drones
Yeah.
has 1 HP regen against vulture shots, so and probe dies from like 2 shots. You see, it's
I actually
terrible
think
damage.
I actually think every race every race knows how terrible vultures are. Even Terrans, when they play TVT, you don't want vultures behind your mineral line at all.
Yeah. Right now, Jsteh has only 15 probes after this vulture run by, and this was huge for the Freya to huge economic lead.
Yeah, and Freya, Jay stated already get a High Templar. Which I'm not sure about. This is really early for a High Templar. And he should rather concentrate on building more gateways.
Yeah, no probes for sure. At this
Yeah.
time, the economy needs to recover, and I think you should have just enough units to prevent this, or just build a cannon pylon wall. I'm not sure what Protoss should do to prevent those speed vultures and mines running on your natural.
And now Freya decides that it's time to push out and like, if you can see, like, there are more siege tanks than there are dragoons, which is a very bad sign because siege tanks are really good units.
Yeah, and right now
Yeah.
Freya realizes that the amount of siege tanks is so huge, can be sent even without
Yeah.
siege.
Can probably just A-click.
Yeah.
And now the front gate is unpowered, so it's 2 gateway production against 5 factories.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Jsteh. I think those vultures were the most detrimental to this game, and
Yeah.
maybe 3 bases behind were a bit greedy.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's GG.
yeah. That's a GG, and Freya wins the game.
Yeah, nice reaction from Freya, nice scouting, nice decision making to just push it when vultures did a lot of damage. I like the play so far.
Yeah, definitely. So, let me see. Let me adjust the table. And we are going to go into the next game, which will be Mavericck versus Jsteh. Again a Terran. So at the big Terran group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know any of these players from before? That's
No.
playing in this group? Yeah, me neither.
As I said, I only know that Freya casts games, but I haven't seen any of the players anywhere.
Yeah. Lots of new players, which is great for this league. So we see new faces in Brood War still in 2020. It's
definitely
very
great.
Good. Yeah.
So, it's your turn to do the introduction.
Yeah, so in the top left, top right, sorry, on match point it's Jsteh playing as Red Protoss, and in the bottom left it's Mavericck playing as Brown Terran. And we already saw Jsteh, how he tries to do this very early DTs. Not sure what he'll do this game, but we can see. And Mavericck can also do lots of stuff that Terrans do.
Yes, so Jsteh starting with the pylon and the natural again. There seems to be some misconception which he should work on, because this is definitely not how you should do it. And now this is even a 9 gate. So maybe this will be 9-9 gate. No, he's building a prompt now.
What
Um,
about this early Zealot aggression from Protoss player? Maybe for this reason, Jsteh decided to put the pylon gate in front to be closer to the opponent for the
um,
first Zealot.
yeah, but these are like 5 or 6 seconds. I'm not
Mhm.
sure. I think it's a bit of a misconception because you do it in ZVP.
Yeah, I'm just as a Zerg player, I also think about those things that against me, people do this front gate and the Zealot comes earlier than if it's in base gate. So maybe that was also the part of the reason why maybe JSTech has another idea. So
Mm.
I'd like to see it somewhere in maybe Discord and you watches this to explain.
So JST's not doing any zealot aggressions, so I said I think it's just some kind of misconception. Like against Terran, it's rather uncommon to do such things anyways, and you can build a zealot before the core, which is pretty good, I think. Um, yeah, but you don't need your gateway and natural for this. Um, Mavericck, meanwhile, going for the totally standard 1 Rex expansion.
Yeah,
And
looks like early CC, but yeah, I think it's standard timing.
yeah, and there's the bunker, so you'd usually start to see what I like to call the Bunker Dragoon minigame, where you get range and then you attack the bunker, and the Terran has to pull SCVs, and then you do it until the siege tank comes out. But
Yeah,
um,
it looks like 3 gateways from JSTech, so it will be
yeah,
like 3 gate goon opening, or how it's called.
Jsteh without range, so I don't want to be mean, but I'm not sure if this is a real build order.
Yeah, well, he has gateways, so he
Yeah,
can
yeah, it's
build a bunch
okay.
of dragoons, maybe try to push on the tank. I'm not sure what's the plan here. Or it's kind of safe build to get the Nexus behind. Just I'm trying to think of some benefits of this build, but from the player perspective, he
Um,
obviously wants something done with this.
yeah, I mean, the problem is that once the siege tank is out, you can't do anything anyways, and to pressure the Terran bunker, you need range. So now he had 3 gateways and he's producing goons, so so I guess he's going to have a lot of dragoons. But you can't bulldog it with that. You can't just break the Terran, I think.
Yeah, that's very strange. That now only range is starting. It's also kind of possible that players can forget things, and Brood War is a hard game, and maybe range was supposed to get earlier.
Mm,
That's also a possibility.
yeah.
And Terran player, I think, is so far doing all the right things. He has a lot of SCVs, and this is the signature of a really good player. I mean, it's
Yeah.
only 5 minutes. He already has 29 SCVs mining, a bunker, turret against DTs, so very solid opener. And I really like how Terran player is playing this so far. Like it looks like not even 1300. It's above 1500 kind of style
Um,
play
it,
so far.
yeah, I mean, it's a very clean build. I do like this. I think everything starts with a clean build.
Yeah, I went scouting
And
with eBay, sending it to.
I mean, this is really, oh, just be careful with your tank. You don't want to lose it. You have no reason to poke the dragoons. And I'd really just like, I can only recommend it over and over again that just play down your build order and try to get it as clean as possible, because clean build order allowed. A clean build order will bring you to 1400 at least.
Yeah, and this is very noticeable, like the amount of workers you have at certain times. So this
Yeah,
all adds up. And when you have a lot of workers in the beginning, you have a much better economy into the mid game, and late game is like a culmination of everything that happened before. So you have very easy late game and potentially can
yeah.
win in the mid game. Uh,
Something that is important to mention is that Mavericck has a lot of marines. And yeah, he's going to push out now.
there's a strong push potentially. There's like 6 SCVs and 4 tanks, bunch of marines. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think Jsteh has enough to hold it. Oh, although Mavericck should be careful with the SCVs. They should be closer to the army.
yeah, and I like Jsteh try to push those 3 dragoons because bunker is empty most likely to do some economical damage to
Oh yeah,
SCVs, to reinforcements. I like those 3 goons a
oh
lot.
yeah. And he's
Killing a
going to
tank
get a
even.
siege tank.
Yeah.
Now trying.
Meanwhile, it will be very hard to defend, possibly. There are a bunch of dragoons and attack upgrades and everything, but still, this push was pretty strong.
Yeah,
Now those three
um,
goons run by into the main base and can do some damage there.
yeah, just get on Terran production. Being on Terran's production is always painful for Terran.
Yeah. Avoiding those mines, killing the vulture. Yeah, those 3 goons are like MVPs
Mm,
of this game so far. And the push was slowed down by a ton. And Terra now is all in bringing every possible SCV to this. So if
um,
Protoss just defends this, he's in the great position.
yeah, this was played really well by the Protoss player. And now he should have enough to deal with the push, but kind of splitting off his army a bit there, not fighting
Yeah,
together, and
I
um,
like the tank line from Mavericck, spreading the tanks.
yeah,
So Protoss sees only 2 tanks, pushes in, and then there is 3 tanks behind.
yeah. Um, I should also mention you usually don't build zealots that early in PvT, especially when you don't have legs for the zealots, so they're slow, the zealots. This is rather uncommon.
Yeah, and so now Maverick's push was slowed down by quite a bit, and he could not advance as much. And I think those goons can clean out those remaining tanks,
Mm,
no problem with zealots.
yeah.
And right now, the game is turning a bit to the Protoss' favor because he defended the push, did a lot of damage with those 3 goons, and now uh, having almost same amount of workers as Terran, but still I think it would be better for Protoss to constantly build probes.
Yeah. Um, Also important to mention, both players kinda stopped producing workers. Now Mavericck is starting again. And Jsteh has also started kinda again. So we're in a really
Yeah,
low worker count situation for 11 minutes.
yeah, I think this production stop was kind of because of those pushed by Mavericck. So he was all in with the CVs and all the army. So to push the Protoss player, and Protoss player, I think by building workers have a chance has a chance not to survive this push. So also needs an army to defend, and now they can just macro up and get back into the macro game.
Yeah. Jsteh is also cleaning out mines, which is really nice. And lots of scans are going down right now.
Yeah, as a Terran, you need scans constantly against Protoss
Yeah.
player because it could be everything you cannot anticipate.
I mean, we are not at the time where a DT could just run in and kill you anymore, I think. Um, one
Yeah, but it
scan,
could be DT drops like shuttles, big
yeah,
shuttles
sure,
with
but
DTs
I
or
mean,
reavers.
when you have comsat stations and you keep the energy up, because now you have the problem that your comsats doesn't have energy. So ADT on the field would completely bring your army to a halt. And you really have to watch how much energy you spend. And usually it's enough to like scan the Protoss main to see if there's a carrier switch coming, and to maybe
Yeah,
scan a potential third base, but you shouldn't scan willy-nilly, you know? You need to be careful with it.
yeah, it's really hard as a Terran player to. You kind of wanted to see what's the opponent is doing all the time, and then
Yeah.
you need to save a bit of scan for DTs. And in terms of, in the case of TVZ for lurkers, so it's a balance all the time. And I don't know, Terran is a hard race to play.
I don't know, just siege up your siege tanks and camp on 3 bases and win.
It looks like it, yeah. But I've tried to play Terran, and it's a lot of micromanagement and small things.
I don't know, I mean, uh, what race isn't a lot of micromanagement? Have you ever tried to manage a shuttle with a Reaver and not get it killed after you drop the Reaver for the first time?
Yeah,
Or like Muta
I
micro
didn't
is
try it,
also.
but I can see what's the struggles. By the way, we saw the push from
Yeah.
Jsteh, and all the dragoons were melted, but also reducing tank count by a lot. And I think still, if this push didn't work until the very end, still the reducing tank count for Protoss player is a benefit, is a good thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. Holding the tank count low is pretty cool. Mavericck is now starting his upgrades. He's getting the +1 attack. And upgrades for the Terran player are really dangerous in this matchup.
Yeah, Terran can push with 200 supply with upgrades, and this push can be deadly. And if
Yeah.
Protoss doesn't have a lot of bases on the map, a lot of things to back up, maybe he can lose like natural and the main, but there are gateways somewhere else. So then we can play as Protoss player, but then it's hard to get there. So right now, Protoss is only on 3 mining bases, and uh, it's the same number as Terran has right now. And I'm not sure this is where you uh, want to be as a Protoss.
I think you'd always like to have one base more. Also, if you look at the factory count and at the gateway count, you also want to have more gateways. I think around 4 more than the here Terran one. The Terran is on 3 bases. So
Oh, at the bottom there is a huge vulture run by.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what they can do. There is 3 cannons, well defended location. I'm not sure about this. Can be tons of lost vultures. Like 4, 5, 6 probes. I'm counting well. Yeah.
And now the Protoss player is pushing off lots of zealots in the composition, but there are also a lot of mines.
Yeah, he sees it with an absorber,
Yeah.
so he can clean up a bit.
But I don't think you should push up the ramp, really. There are too many siege tanks.
Against those tanks, it's suicidal.
Yeah, you're going to lose everything.
Lots of blue goo incoming.
But now we're going. And yeah, the units are getting a bit entangled at the ramp.
Yeah, and I don't
now-
understand this push as a Protoss. Like,
Yeah.
why now? It's counterintuitive, but yeah, it's huge for the Terran player. Huge win right there, just doing doing almost nothing, just sieging up and seeing Protoss army goes into your tanks and suicides.
Yeah, I mean, this was basically like 10 supply for 50 something. That's
Yeah,
a really
maybe
good trade.
those vultures kind of triggered the push all the way. Maybe Jsteh wanted to just be on the map, and then this vulture ran by and
Yeah.
got angry. I don't know, but there is no reason to push when you are not maxed out as Protoss player, and especially when there is a ramp with siege tanks all over the place. It's looking not even close.
Jsteh also needs to tech up. He should be getting to Arbiters, which is very important, especially at a siege tank count like this, because I mean, we are not at the point where Terran has really high upgrades, but this is really difficult to fight head on.
Yeah, and Terran has 1-1 already, Protoss just has 1 upgrade, 1 attack upgrade, and Terran got even leading and upgrades. And yeah, you need arbiters or carriers. I'm not sure this map is good for carriers or not, but some Protoss go carriers, some arbiters, depending on the map, I think.
Yeah, now Jsteh is pushing, trying to push up this ramp, but the siege tanks are well spread out, and he's going to lose a lot here.
Good spread on the Dragoons, by the way.
And I mean, he did get the high ground now, so that is pretty good. And he actually breaks this position and kills a lot of siege tanks.
Yeah, that was closer than I thought. I thought those goons will melt easily.
Yeah, I thought so too. But then you have to see that, like, about 50% of the siege tanks were in fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, Protoss needs some high-tech units. Right now it's only gateways. He has 1 Stargate at bottom right expansion, but it's not producing anything.
And now going for a lot of High Templars. And the Terran player is trying to get the high ground again. This is really important on match point that...
Even the Matrix on the Vulture.
This high ground here, this is really important to control.
Yeah, and it's not looking good for Protoss. Yeah, he should pull back right now. Right, instant.
Yeah, and that the
There's
D-Matrix
on this tank.
and the Dragoons are all shooting,
Yeah, and this was the last bits of Protoss army.
Yeah, now we're getting Archons, which I'm also not sure about. They're not the greatest unit in PvT.
Yeah, I think it's just panic Archons, like you have to build something.
And that's the GG.
Yeah,
I want to close.
there is some chat that could be huge, but I don't like. Maybe they have a context. Like I wanted those.
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
know what it means.
But like
Those
lots
what?
of sellers coming out, and there's the GG from Mavericck, but the game is still continuing. More zealots coming from the 5 o'clock position, running toward the turn base. But the front gateway is going to fall, and
Right now, even this all like factories, rally point, vultures, kill
yeah.
everything that bosses can do. Yeah, it looks like it's game. I really liked how JST was able to spread the dragoons. Like the actual engagements are great, but he just didn't have enough units.
Mm,
And didn't have the tech to fight their own army.
yeah.
No, neither arbiters nor carriers. He had arbiter tribunal in the main, but didn't have time to build a single arbiter that came from his targets. This hurts.
Yeah, this says a lot. I just realized that we've been casting in cartooned the whole time. So I'm quickly going to go back to the normal graphics.
Yeah, I thought it was intentional actually, and didn't
Uh,
make it a big deal.
I would
when
really like to, but I usually try to go to the standard skin again because people are more used to it than to cartooned, and I don't want to confuse people.
Yeah, the thing I noticed that people come into Brood War later on, like starting maybe this year or last year, they prefer cartoon mode to the standard mode, but all the old school people who played it since the beginning, like for 20 years, they couldn't stand the cartoon mode. And cartoon mode are really like has some benefits. It's clarity, visual clarity for newer players who didn't get used to the old graphics. So for them, there is no benefit kind of in
Yeah,
having the old graphics. I
I
noticed
mean,
this also when not sure if you heard about it. There was a show match between Cats and Tasteless, and when Cats started to learn Brood War all over, he also switched to cartoon mode because he couldn't stand the classic graphics
well,
so hard.
um, I mean, I just like it because it's cute. You can the games. Okay, you're in.
Yeah, so you only aesthetically kind of like
Yeah, I
the
just like that
cartoon mode.
everything looks cute and friendly. And that the Reaver especially. Have you seen the Reaver? The Reaver is ultra cute.
Yeah, the Reaver is cute.
The Reaver is
Yeah.
the coolest unit ever. And Dragoons look kinda derpy and cute. I like them.
Yeah. Also, I noticed when you play cartoon, you don't stress as much like compared to classic graphics, but maybe it's just me because I used to classic and everything looks scary. I see river,
Yeah.
I panic, and then I see cartoon river, and it's okay. It's just a river. You can still think and do stuff and not try to panic and yeah, and
Yeah.
do crazy
So,
things.
the announcement. At the 5 o'clock position in the color magenta, playing a Zerg, we got Tooprookie. At the 7 o'clock position in the color. This is also like colors are much more easy in cartoons. Is this pink or is this white? I think it's pink.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Um, in the color pink, playing as Protoss, we got Jsteh. And I think Jsteh has 2 losses now. So, I think if he doesn't win this, he's out.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I think he's doing the right moves. Like he knows where he's supposed to be, and he does good things, and the engagements are great, but the builds are not optimized, and that's hurting him. Like, he doesn't know the timings and all those boring stuff that people
Yeah.
know by heart. But he
Um,
has this grit, and um, engagements are really great.
so important to mention here that this is the exact sorry, my voice is dying. This is the exact same build order as he used against Terran,
Yeah, but now it makes sense, right? Because
but
it's Zerg.
now he builds yeah, but his assimilator is way too early.
Yeah, and I missed the pull timing as a Zerg, but I think it was kind of 9 pull or over pull into 11. Not sure. No, it's
Um,
not an overpull. The links are very, very quick. I think it was 9 pull kind of into hatchery or
yeah,
something
then this
like that.
might have been.
So very early pull. That was my point, but I missed the exact
Yeah.
apply, and
So
those can hurt, those links.
so let's see what Tooprookie can do with his sixlings. I mean, there are two zealots out, so if Jsteh micro this correctly, he should be able to deal with this easily. But if Tooprookie just runs by now, he's fighting the zealots.
Yeah, it should run by. No, no, no. Yeah, this is a.
And I mean, he does get the zealots.
Yeah, he gets
S-
them, but this was very close. I think it's better to run by just to the main and try to do
yeah,
some
just try to
damage.
provoke propose. I mean, I mean, which he's doing now. So
Yeah, it turned out great for him. I agree that
yeah, and now
he
he's
did
even
it.
killing probes. And Jsteh's not pulling his zealots, so he's already really far behind.
Yeah, those links are very annoying at Protoss base. They are so fast, and even the cannon. Yeah, this is
Mm-hmm.
bad. Like, I mean, um, not trying to downplay, but the cannon in the main for 2 links are hurting your economy more than it's beneficial. So
Again, Tooprookie now with the Hydralisk then. So this might be. So this is 3-edge Hydra.
yeah, it's looking like it turns into the 3 hatch Hydra
Yeah.
build from the fast pull.
But now we have two zealots running across the map, and they're only for circlings.
Yeah, it's very hard to properly defend 2 zealots with 4 Zerglings. It's impossible, but there are more reinforcements.
Yeah.
Think Zerg should be fine, especially those drones can be pulled to attack if they are pulled.
Yeah. It's a bit overcommitting though, I think, in regards to the Zerglings. Like he's getting 4 more pairs.
Oh yeah, this is easy to overcommit. Like, you see zealots, you build Zerglings, and you have only defend, defend, defend in your mind, and you just use up all the larvae. So for Protoss players, sending zealots, even there is a 2 zealots sent, I believe, it's a great move. It
Eh,
provokes Zerg to make so many mistakes
I mean,
at this level for sure.
you have to be careful though. If you lose all of your zealots, you basically say, okay, you can draw now.
Yeah, that's the
So
downside.
it's good to provoke and to walk out and stuff, but I think the Zerglings could just run by. No.
It was close, yeah. And, there is 4 zealots, 2 cannons, and even 2 cannons alone are enough to block this. Very late
Yeah.
Nexus, but still getting there. And I would like to see much more probes from Jsteh.
Yeah.
He was not building probes for some time, I think. Only 11 probes. It's very like very little amount too this time.
Tooprookie also with a very strange build order. Did build the Hydralisk then really early and then got a lair and now Spire. So the idea to have both a Hydralisk then and a Spire is good, but the build order is just not there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought the Hydra then was to to do a regression with Hydras. Now it's not the case.
Yeah,
Maybe Tooprookie adjusted his play based on what Protoss is doing. Just no Nexus. Like Hydra busts are designed to bust the Nexus, the expansion play. Maybe he saw that there was no Nexus or very late
yeah.
Nexus means that Protoss has maybe a lot of zealots, probes in the main, and try to drone himself
And
the
now
effort
5 more
because
zealots moving out.
yeah, this is also
But
a
like
great move.
really, Jsteh is also really overcommitting with the Sun colonies.
Yeah, you see, even small move outs as a Protoss player, like 2 zealots, 5 zealots, make Zerg do some crazy things, like overcommit with links, building bunch of Sunkens. So yeah, because like in your head it's just a danger and you need to be as much safe as possible and build a lot of links. You don't think that you can be behind economically because you die to those zealots so often on ladder.
I mean, right now it doesn't really matter anyways because Jsteh is on only 18 probes now.
Yeah, and
And,
he's not building
yeah.
probes. I mean,
Um,
this is bad. Like it's hurting him a lot.
and Tooprookie is now going for Mutalisk, so... And now
Yeah,
all
now
the
those
zealots
zealots
die.
doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, they did matter when there was a move out. Right now, it's muta risks, and this is Knight's move because
Mm.
there are no cannons in the natural, no cannons in the main. I mean, in the mineral line, so
Let's just see if
it
you
can work.
know. Um, Very important thing is to always stack your Mutalisk with an Overlord. Put them into a group with an Overlord and then move them around because you want them to be stacked and not to fly around like this.
Yeah, I believe it was July Zerg who first stacked mutas and impressed everybody in Korean scene that this is a
Mm.
legit move that you can do. And before that, people were just not doing this, and all the mutas were split all the time.
Yeah. Um,
But it's easy to do, so everybody should do it.
yeah, you should definitely always group them with a Overlord. Like, it just makes them so much more efficient.
Yeah. Right now we are in dangerous territory because Zerg has uh, 30 drones and 19 probes for the
Mm.
Protoss player. So this is the longer the game goes, the more advantage Zerg has. And right now there is a huge advantage, but like 5 minutes from now, this will be unrecoverable for the Protoss
Yeah.
player.
Zerg is now going up to 4 hatcheries, 5 hatcheries. And the mutas are doing damage at the Protoss main base.
Yeah, I would like to see this cannon killed because there is just one cannon. Maybe at least Dragoon, not the pylon, yeah, just adjust the focus.
Also very clever from Tooprookies to take 2 Scourges with his Mutalisk so he can kill the Corsair when it comes out.
Oh yeah, that's a really nice move.
Yeah. And now pressuring with the Hydras at the top, at the front, and there's
Yeah, and there
no
is only 2
storm.
cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just going to die, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think if Tooprookie just takes his whole army and engages, he should have enough to break this.
Yeah.
But it's not
Even
just...
Yeah, even doing this small damage to the
Mm-hmm.
buildings in the wall is still fine because he has such a huge economy behind.
Yeah.
Lots of bases, lots of units. He can do everything.
Jsteh has a lot of dragoons, though, so let's see how this goes behind the cannon. The gateway is going to fall shortly, and then I would think that Jsteh will start his attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
So
like
let's see.
to.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the cannons are unpowered because there's no pylon anymore.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice it. Like, why they're not attacking?
Yeah, and I think
And
this is
and those two pylons were rebuilt just because of unpowered cannons. Yeah,
yeah, and I think
very unfortunate.
definitely.
GG.
And so Jsteh unfortunately losing all of his 3 games.
Yeah, but he has a huge potential. His engagements are good. His decision making, like moving out with units, with DTs against Terran, with Zealots against Zerg to provoke some mistakes and army instead of drones, are fine. It's just the builds, the timings, the things you should do, and especially prog production suffering, I think. So if he fixes that, um, he'll go much farther in this RSL,
Mhm.
in the next RSL, I mean.
So we're having 3 players with 1 victory. And let's see how those players are going to play against each other. Next map is going to be match point again.
Yep. Right
And
now, I'm connecting instantly to the games. Compared to previous cast, we had a lot of bugs
yeah,
and
true.
join bugs, like
Mm,
unable to join, but now it's fine.
mm,
So
yeah, great that Blizzard fixed their stuff.
yeah,
So who is playing? This is Freya versus Mavericck, if I'm not mistaken. And it's your turn to do the introduction.
uh, it's my turn, I think. So
Yeah, I just said.
yeah. So in the top right, it's Freya playing as a red Terran,
Mhm.
and in the bottom left, it's Mavericck playing as blue Terran. And again, people changing their nicknames all over and confusing casters. That's not good,
Yeah,
guys. Just get it together, pick a name, stick with it. You
exactly.
know, it's good for branding.
So TVT, I have no idea. I just know that it's always at least an hour long, and that they have like a lot of tank line, and it's basically like World War I, when nothing ever moves.
Yeah, TVT, it's for most people boring to watch, but for me at least it's mirror, and when it's mirror, you can even not knowing anything about StarCraft, about the game, about Terrans, you can judge what's happening and who's ahead, who's behind. Just because it's mirror, you can compare both things and see.
Yep.
Um,
So both players, I think, with the exact build order to this point. So we have Supply Depot, Barracks, Refinery.
yep. I think they will not go into Marines because I never see TVT played with Marines, so they will
Yeah.
switch to Factory after Barracks, maybe build one Marine or no Marines, just get the factories, and then it's either Vulture Wars
Mm.
or transition into siege tanks and 1 hour long games.
Yeah, I think there's a build called 3 Fact Vulture or something. Which I'm not sure. We're getting a factory from Freya now. Mavericck also putting up his factory. Mavericck already starting to float his barracks across. Freya is still keeping theirs in their base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the reason you don't go bio in TVT is because vultures are so good at killing marines and medics and everything biological. So if you get a factory, you can defend any amount of bio.
Yeah.
Just
So
so the newer players may be wondering why it's not lots of marines from both sides.
2 factories for both players. And did Freya get a scout off, or were they hindered by the marine? I didn't see.
Yeah, that's a good question. I also missed it.
And we have the first difference between the players. Freya's getting a machine shop while Mavericck is getting a vulture out.
Yeah, only now getting machine shop a bit later. Still
Yeah.
very close. And Freya researching mines first.
Oh yeah.
Not sure what it means, but some people maybe research speed first and maybe try to be more aggressive with vultures. Mines first maybe means more defensive build. Could be.
And the barracks are going to cross each other soon. Mavericck is already getting an expansion. While Freya is happily building tanks, so I would think that Freya is going to push out soonish.
Yeah.
Because you really don't want to be behind an expansion in a mirror game without doing anything, so she has to leverage the army advantage.
Yeah, so far it's very close, despite the fact that Mavericck will have an expansion, and eventually over time, advantage goes to his side if not punished.
Definitely.
You see siege upgrade from Freya right now, and the move out.
Yeah, but Mavericck sees the move out, so this is really good. So he
Yeah, this
knows what
barrack
is
scouting.
coming.
Yeah, the barrack scouting was on point and sees everything. Has some time to adjust, to react, but doesn't have siege yet.
Yeah, but those are 3 siege tanks at a ramp, so he should be able to handle this easily. I was pulling back a bit from the rank though. And Freya's siege tag is already done, so big shot.
Oh, it could be really bad if not moved back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mavericck realizes it, moves back. He needs to win some time to finish the siege mode. Not sure I like this lift.
Decide to lift.
Yeah, I think CC can take some damage, some more damage until the siege finishes, but maybe. I mean, surely they
Oh, this
know
isn't.
better.
Yeah. This was a bit too aggressive, I think.
Yeah, a bit of overextension from Freya. Now Mavericck losing 1 tank for free and pulling back. So some mistakes on both parts, both sides.
Yeah. Mavericck now stepping forward with the siege tanks, but okay, he is able to get the siege tank that was on the high ground.
Yeah, and 1-shot lead for Mavericck, so he cleans it up. I think command center can land right now.
Oh, this siege tank wasn't in range. That was weird. I would have thought it would be in range. Well, now
he
to get
used
the
the
last shot.
CC to scout, yeah. That's nice to have vision on the tank, but Freya kills the siege tanks. This mine was
Oh, the
huge.
mine was really good. Oh,
But I think Mavericck holds.
Yeah, if they would have focus fired the siege tanks, That would have worked really well, but there was a lack of focus fire on the damage siege tanks, I think.
Yeah. Right
Mm.
now, expansion of Mavericck was delayed, and this push allowed Freya to establish their own expansion, and it's kind of good for Freya still, even losing in this push. I mean, not going all the way, but saving so much time for the expansion. I think
Mm.
it's great.
Also Freya's up 9 SCVs. This is big in a mirror game.
Yeah.
I mean, it is TVT, so a lot can still happen, but being up at this
And
point seems kind of good.
yeah, and this is where multitask skills shows. There was a push, and behind the push, Freya was able to build SCVs
Mm.
still at a constant rate, and this is the skill you need to have for Brood War. So if you micro units, if you do the push, you should still be able to macro back and have your SCV production, probe production, drones behind, whatever.
Yeah. Also Freya's already on 4 factories compared to Maverick's 2 factories and is already getting a starport.
Yeah.
So I'd say that the advantage right now is definitely on Freya's side. It's now lifting the star. Okay, probably just misclicked. It's now
Yeah.
getting the control center.
They both
Meanwhile,
get in the upgrades, and Mavericck, I think, will first hit +1
mm,
on the siege. Some Goliaths to push this barracks a bit further.
yeah. Is it normal to get Goliath this early in TVT?
I don't think so. Like, it looked weird to have them just to push back the barracks. Usually you get Goliaths if you scouted starport, raids, things like that, to do actual damage to air units.
Oh yeah, I mean it's possible that Mavericck did scan the starport
Yeah,
because he
actually,
already
let me.
has scanners.
Yeah, the minimap didn't show what he saw,
Mm.
unfortunately, in this replay mode. But it's possible, yeah, I didn't catch all the scans.
And we're now getting the first dropship from Freya. And Mavericck is trying to set up position at the mineral only.
Yeah, he's looking for contain, but I'm not sure he has an advantage to do it or just the reason behind this.
I mean,
Like it, yeah.
once a position is set up, it's really tough to break it in TVT, so even just sitting here is really annoying because it limits Freya's movement.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot it's TVT, so you should just split map and view it as a kind of chess-like game, just positional advantage.
I think
It's
Mavericck
huge.
wanted to expand to the 11 o'clock position, but there's a mine.
Yeah, it's a huge win for Freya. This mine
Mm.
is doing a lot of work. Even though it takes only one click to put it, it's well timed.
Yeah. But they have to be careful because Mavericck will definitely build the command center now. And Freya needs to either break the little contain, which I think they will try to do now.
Yeah, this contain you need to break because
Yeah.
otherwise you couldn't move out at all. I mean, you could move through this very thin ramp,
I mean,
but
they
not
could
as great.
also drop the 11 o'clock position.
Oh yeah, there were some dropships made. That's why now Freya is sending two dropships, but not until the 1 o'clock.
Oh,
The
The dropships
main,
got
I think.
scouted, and there's a wave waiting for the drop.
Yeah, they scouted with mines, so Freya doesn't know that was a scout. So committing to this. Yeah,
I mean,
I still think it's a nice move.
yeah,
Uh, oh, it
killing a lot
can
of
even.
SCVs.
Yeah, a lot of SCVs killed. They should pull back. Yeah, this is not the right reaction, I think. You should pull back SCVs and then clean this and then move them back in.
Freya did lose all of the dropships though, and now Mavericck gives up the contain at the mineral only base. So yeah, this was a big win. I mean, look at the worker count.
Yeah.
28 to 46.
Though Freya was not macroing behind when doing this tank drop, but now the resources are lowering, so back into the game. But still, it doesn't matter. I don't think this like mineral bank matters a lot in this case. Having worker lead, having resource lead, so you can afford those small things like
Yeah.
macro sleeps,
Um,
not
should
over stress.
should
Mhm.
however try to get a third base, and I'd really like for somebody to take the middle. Like, I don't think you have to stand around in your natural if you're not contained, and you should try to take as much ground as you can, because it's really tough to take ground back in TVT.
Yeah, I like them to take some bases and just split the map already, maybe in the middle, like in
Yeah.
protecting those bases, top, bottom, whatever. The
Um,
contain was broken, now Freya looking for some fight, I think.
yeah. Dropships will get scouted again. Also, the cargo load of the dropships is really weird. Like, it's only Goliath.
Yeah, but still distraction, I mean, those types of pressure even not doing a lot of real damage. Look how many CV died to friendly fire from tanks. They are provoking some mistakes, some
Mm-hmm.
misplays. It's still kind of useful to be aggressive in
Yeah,
this game.
definitely. What is a bit scary though is that Freya kind of stopped upgrading their units.
Oh, he's out of position. I mean, they
Oh,
and right now those tank push from Mavericck can be huge because no tanks. Oh, and there is a siege. Yeah, this is
yeah.
very strong. Looking strong so far.
Oh, why is he? Oh,
Oh, those mines.
oh.
Yeah. Only tanks without vultures die quickly to mines.
So
That's the lesson so far.
that were like 10 siege tanks. I mean,
Yeah.
if you
I mean,
kill like that many siege tanks, I think now's the perfect opportunity to just go into the middle. Just take ground.
it looked so promising with this push.
Yeah, but
Freya was completely out of position and defended this push no problem. So I don't know what to expect from this player anymore because looks like unpenetrable even with no units defends almost perfectly with mines and just remaining vultures ready
um,
pointed from factories.
I mean, this is how 10 works, right? Your units alone are pretty trashy, but they get better when they're in combination and with each other.
Yeah.
So just unprotected siege tanks, vultures will run up and just mine them to death.
Yeah. Supplies are
Yeah,
still kind of close. A bit more supply for Freya, which is expected, providing how this game unrolled.
yeah.
In TVT, it's really hard to finish games, to push it all the way until the end, because of siege tanks and mm, yeah, because of siege tanks being strong and
Mm,
unbreakable. So you still kind of um, have some chance for Mavericck to recover and maybe do some damage to get back into this game. For
yeah.
expansions, I see they're pretty much equal, especially except that Freya taking mineral only already and Mavericck not taking it. I think
Mm.
there is no point to wait.
Freya's
Take-
preparing a big drop, I think. 4 dropships in their main base.
Yeah,
And getting a bunch of missile turrets at the 5 o'clock position is a good defensive move, but I like that Mavericck is more out on the map. Like,
yeah, for sure. And the map vision is huge. He's even preventing taking his close
mm,
bottom base.
do you see the high ground base that connect the 5 o'clock with the mineral only? The high ground, this
Uh,
is really
yeah,
important on match point, and I would say that you should try to definitely hold your own high ground, because now if Mavericck just moves up here, he controlled the mineral only, and the 5 o'clock position is completely cut off by land. So that would be a really strong position.
yeah. Maverick can send vultures just into undefended base right now.
Oh yeah,
For Freya, and there's huge SCV kills. Oh my god, all SCVs are going to die.
big drop coming in though at the 11 o'clock position.
Yeah, Maverick should see it and
Yeah,
react, maybe.
and
Maybe
I don't like this because there are a lot of missile turrets. There's a
the
wraith
raid.
waiting,
Yeah, let's
and
see.
yeah,
Oh my god, yeah,
2
that was
dropships go down
not
without
worth it.
dropping. Yeah,
Not worth it at all. Only one Goliath dropped and losing full 4 dropships.
yeah,
That's huge. So now Maverick is suddenly back into this game for sure, doing so much damage to those SCVs,
yeah.
denying the drop. I'm not sure even if Freya has such a leading advantage right now.
Yeah, I think, have you seen the production tab? Look what's coming.
Oh, it's BC.
It's battle
It's
cruiser
upgrades
time.
for Yamato gun even. So we will switch to BC mode.
So Freya now going onto the high ground, finally. I think it's
Yeah.
really important to secure this position. I'd also like, can you build on this ground? I think
On the
yes,
high ground,
right?
I think yes, you
Yeah,
can.
I'd like to see a few missile turrets.
Yeah.
Because Mavericck is going into dropships now. So dropships can really help to break a position, just like in PvT, where you drop 4 zealots. Like, if you just drop 2 siege tanks in the middle of Freya's siege tank, this position can break really
All
easily.
those raids at the bottom can die so
Oh yeah.
quickly from the Goliath shot.
Ah, paper planes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and right now
uh,
Frey is trying to push into the expansion, and Maverick set it up smartly, even closing the choke with depot. Very hard to push in.
yeah, but it's enough to control the mineral line.
Yeah, and how Goliaths had vision? Like there was a reveal, or I'm not
Uh,
sure.
there was like scans.
Yeah,
I mean,
makes sense now.
this is TVT. Don't forget that they have Mavericck.
Yeah, lots of scans from all those command centers that build. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this base is completely denied and all the tanks are nearby, so nice move by Freya, really
Mm.
great play here. But I'm not sure where those BCs are kicking in because the Yamato upgrade was done, but I don't see any BCs.
The BCs are they are flying towards the high ground, which is really important that Freya holds this because, as I said, this
Yeah, 3 tanks are not enough to
yeah,
hold this.
this high ground is a pivotal point, and 2 battle cruisers won't do much against how many Goliaths do we have? 5. Yeah, and they're just fine. So Mavericck is going to take this high ground. No, it just pushes through. So Freya is going to lose the mineral only.
Yeah. And
And
still so far, I think it's almost equal because Mavericck didn't take his mineral only and got denied at the bottom base by those tanks. So still
yeah,
kind of equal, except that Mavericck can just push out into this bottom base, bottom right, and just kill it, I think, with this amount of
yeah.
units. No
A-
way.
and because it's high ground and Freya has to move up to it now, there's no way that they are going to retake the base.
Yeah.
So
And now Mavericck can land the command center and move SCVs back into
yeah.
close bottom base.
And Freya's losing all of the siege tanks here.
Yeah.
And
No
suddenly
way.
this um, this game really tipped into the favor of Mavericck by a lot. Freya doesn't have any mining bases anymore.
Oh yeah, the natural mined out, main mined out, so
Mm,
it's looking very bad for Freya all of a sudden. But it was very close game, I'd say. Uh, Back and forth all the time. Even though it's TVT, I think they're very close skill.
yeah. Um, but yeah, this is. I mean, if Freya can take a very good fight, maybe that's a way back, and they still have a bunch of minerals, but the problem is that you need gas to fuel your mech army.
Yeah, now those BCs, there are 3 BCs, but you don't have money to afford a lot of BCs at
Yeah,
this point, and I don't think it was the right decision.
and there are too many Goliaths, and I think Mavericck is also preparing cloak raids somewhere, so... Yeah, Freya's army just dies now, and I think this should be GG.
Yeah, look at the supply, it's just 53.
Yeah, it's too much. Where are the
No
cloak raids,
BC is
though?
kind of doing damage still.
Oh, there are the raids.
I wonder when Terrans decide to switch to BCs. Like, I don't understand TVT at all, but sometimes they just, okay, now it's time for BCs, and I don't know how they decide.
Um, I think usually it's like a hyper late game situation where the tank lines are so... where it's so impossible to break stuff that you
Mm-hmm.
need Yamato guns. But I think TVT is really has a lot of variations. Like you can also do a rave switch.
Oh yeah, or start even with raids
Yeah.
sometimes.
So
Quickly to star ports.
And now Mavericck is trying to get onto Freya's high ground and is circumventing the siege tanks they put up at the high ground. And
Yeah,
it's
this
now at the
push is
natural,
also
so
kind of doom push. You could not stop it.
yeah. I think this might be game. Freya doesn't have any army anymore, and
Oh, and there are raids with Invis and Cloak. Yeah, this is GG for sure.
yeah.
He was siding on him, I think, with those raids.
So now it's getting interesting. If Mavericck wins his next game, I think the next game is Mavericck against Tooprookie. And if Mavericck wins his next game, he is through the group with 3 wins. But if Mavericck loses, we might still get a 3-way tie.
Yeah, same scores for 3 players, I see. What a nice name, Tooprookie. It's like he was ready to be on top of this league.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm so stupid. I'm looking for the count and I can't find it on my table. And I can't change the numbers. So the next
it's
game
okay.
is going to be a TVZ.
Yeah, it's nice. At least some Z in the game.
I mean, we did have only PVZs last time, so
Yeah, it's not for sure not the time to complain. Got so lucky before, and luck cannot be constant.
I mean, I'm happy to have a bit of variation this time. Not
Yeah,
have
for sure.
4 PVZs in a row.
I'd like to see some ZVT because we also casted on PVZs.
Yeah,
Like, I
true.
think every game was PVZ, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, there were some ZVZs in the
Did
group
we have
stage.
CVZ? Yeah, sure. So, let's see. At the 7 o'clock position in the color red, playing as Terran, we have Mavericck. And at the 11 o'clock position in the color magenta, we have Tooprookie. So I'd say that I think that you have a lot of an idea about CVT, so Shurue, tell us how the matchup goes.
Sure, so usually Zerg starts with 12 hatchery, and right now the popular meta is to go 2 hatchery, Muta instead of 3 hatchery. We'll see how Tooprookie can play it, but I still like, for example, 3 hatch Muta, because the reason behind this was to counter 1-1-1 build and 5 racks plus 1 to switch into 2 hatch from 3 hatch as a Zerg. But since now Terrans play 2 racks Academy, anticipating 2 hatch Muta meta, I can still play 3 hatch and get some free wins from those Terran players that counter 2 hatch, so it's kind of one step ahead doing
Um,
3 hatch right now.
was that a 9 pool or an over pool?
Yeah, this was, I think, a very early pool. Yeah, it looked like 9 pool, I think, judging by the timings. Might be wrong, but close to 9.
Meanwhile, Mavericck with the standard barracks timing and the standard supply depot. Tooprookie trying to be cute with the drone and is harassing the SCV, but Mavericck just pulls another SCV and is chasing the drone away.
Yeah, it's very important to try to harass, but not at the cost of your micro. If you can afford it,
Yeah.
do it. if you can't just move it back.
We're getting 6 Zerglings now, so the pressure is going to be on. And Mavericck will scout this rather late. And he's
Yeah,
going to
that's
build a command
unfortunate for
center,
him.
so...
Yeah, it's the usual build, and I'm afraid for Mavericck because it's before bunker, it's the
Mm,
usual command center. You have like 2-3 marines at the time, Zerglings come to you from this early pool, so
yeah.
it's a nice opening by Tooprookie.
So bunker's going down, but the Zerglings will be able to interrupt this.
Yeah,
But
but
Mavericck is
Tooprookie.
pulling a bunch of SCVs and...
Oh, nice deny on the bunker. Nice SCV block. And keep in mind, Tooprookie needs to do damage, and
Yeah.
he has only 8 drones on minerals because of those early links. So he needs to do it. But the damage I see right now, it's I think enough to say it was
To
worth it.
variant the aggression, yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't lose all of his Zerglings, though.
Yeah, right now just pull back and drone up and get the upgrade, get
Yeah.
the link speed and all the good stuff.
So, do you think we're going to see lurkers or mutalisks?
Well, I think we are going to see Mutalisks. Hatchery, I mean, layer upgrade was kinda on time with this build, and so far it lines up into Mutalisk play, into Spire after layer.
Mm. So...
And it's two hatcheries with third at the very strange place at
It's a
the
Hydralisk then.
expansion. Yeah. Oh my
Uh,
god, yeah, it's
this is
even
a
not.
bit late. The Hydralisk then should usually go down when the layer is 50% done, so that you can start the lurker upgrade right when the layer finishes.
Right, yeah.
Um, because if you go to edge lurker, you're trying to be really putting the pressure on the Terran, and the timings really have to be on point.
Yeah, I like the how things are going for the Zerg at the moment. He has the lurker upgrade on the way. He has the hatchery, kind of hidden hatchery at the uh,
Oh, the
top
SCV is
right.
going to scout it.
Yeah, CV scout is huge.
Yeah, this is really big.
Sees it. Yeah. Now you should build turrets. You should build bunkers.
Yes,
Yeah.
second bunker on the
There we
way.
go.
Although the
Killing
bunker
it.
position is weird, he should
Yeah, I'd like to see
build it
him
in
in front.
front. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is strange. But not close to each other, but could still be in front.
Mm.
He has the idea that they're not close to each other. At least this is fine. Yeah,
Um.
now for Terran it's just to survive this lurker push, but this could be
Oh no.
economical.
This
Yeah,
is unfortunate.
yeah, I would not
Losing the
attempt that.
Zerglings like this, but really nice reaction by Mavericck to pull the SCVs.
And Zerg is kind of droning a bit behind, so I don't think it's an all-in or kind of
Yeah, true.
lurker contain. He could put the lurkers into the uh, top right base and defend it, kind of defensive lurkers, and then still go to hive. And right now I'm not sure about the spire from Zerg. He's
Mm.
putting spire
Oh,
before hive upgrade. And opening with lurkers, like, what do you do with the spire? You don't use it at all, so you don't need it, I think. Queen's Nest is fine to get Hive, but Spire I would like to build later when Hive is on the way.
yeah, now the one lurker is setting up at the natural.
Yeah, that's really nice, just to keep Terran in check,
Mm-hmm.
put some pressure, but not overcommitting with this at all. making him scared of possible lurker contain. Yeah,
Oh,
and
but
this
don't
one,
use your lurker like this.
yeah, very
Yeah.
close to the bunker.
Uh,
Adjusted.
was nice to pull it back. And he is getting hive tech now. He is saturating a third base, so Tooprookie is really in a decent position. Even got nearly the same amount of drones that the Terran player has SCVs.
Yeah, I would not like for him to be aggressive with lurkers or links, just to keep some maybe soft
Yeah.
contain. And then I also noticed on the main he has only 6 workers mining, and this is really bad. You need 9 to mine minerals, and I know the Zerg is tempting to send all the drones to expansions and to natural to the third base, and when you build some buildings like Hydra Den, Spire, Queen's Nest, you each buildings takes 1 drone, so you should rebuild them to the main base so they
Mm-hmm.
still mining efficiently, not like 6 drones. This
Yeah.
could hurt.
I don't like this. Looks like Tooprookie is going to take the 5 o'clock position. And I'd rather he take the natural and bunker up on 4 bases.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
think those mutas can do anything at this stage.
Yeah, I also think those meters are kind of...
Oh, it's Greater
Especially...
Spire.
oh, he's going to... Okay, so he's going to build a few mutas and morph them into guardians. And
Yeah, then
just
it makes sense.
pressure the natural, yeah.
But still, you don't need as early Spire. You can get Spire when your Hive finishes. So kind of line it up, maybe a bit fix your build, top
Mm,
rookie right there, just to get them in line. You still have the Guardians, but Spire later means more drones.
yeah, true. Look at this SCV at the natural. It's kind of completely bugged out.
Yeah, that's Brood War.
Just like driving around in some kind of weird...
Yeah, I've never seen this bug before.
Yeah,
It's just the first time.
this
I
is
would
really strange.
I would not imagine like even like ASL game when this happens. Yeah, it's strange.
Mavericck did just lose a lot of marines, but was able to kill the lurkers.
And I like those 2 tanks marines push from Mavericck. Tank pushes are really hard to defend from Zerg if you don't have defilers, and providing that defilers maybe was a bit late, and Mavericck still pushes in with tanks.
Mm.
I think it's the right move, but top rookie was kind of prepared, just
I
upgraded
think
the
Tooprookie
consume.
can just crush this army if he moves his units together, but right now he's kinda... The Zerglings moved in, and now the Lurkers are moving in, and they're not boring, and now
Yeah.
everything's dying.
Yeah, I think also for the Terran it's very scary to push on the map, on the dark map with lurkers potentially borrowed and hold positioned. So
The
he's been
Guardians
careful.
are coming in at the natural now.
Oh, and
So,
he sees it, evacuates his Swiss, nice move. Don't think Marines can hold it.
uh,
Maybe if Rookie not careful with micro.
I mean, that depends. If the Guardians fly across the bunker like they're doing now.
Yeah, they should outrange the bunker, so but they need to kind of be babysit those guardians. They know they can outrange some buildings, but they still fly in into the range and die.
Yeah.
The AI is stupid for them.
And now Mavericck is getting Wraiths, so he can clean those Guardians up easily. And it seemed that he's going for the 1 o'clock position. But
Yeah,
there's a Nidus channel, and the Filers are in place, so technically shouldn't be able to break this, but there's nothing here right now, so I guess he's just going to lose this.
Yeah, it's hard to react as a Zerg. Still, if you have
Yeah.
defilers, you need to move a bunch of units through Nidus, you need to place Dark Swarm perfectly, and now there is no defilers, they're not moved through the Nidus, so it's just a slow reaction time that killed Tooprookie expansion right here.
Yeah.
Defilers were very late, now putting this swarm, 2 swarms even, doing nothing is just I mean, kind of misclick, but at the same time, you have to do at least something with
Yeah,
those
true.
defilers.
Um, and
So
yeah,
right now, Terran keeping Zerg on 3 base, which is fine. If Zerg gets 4 base, then they can start to have huge economy and
mhm.
be out of control with Ultralisks, upgraded links,
And we're having a
defilers,
drop coming
everything.
in.
Oh, that's nice.
I would like to see the drop in the main base though, and not like it looks like he's trying to drop the bait that he's also sieging. Oh
Yeah, right
no.
now I think he adjusts the trajectory of
Mm,
those shuttles, not shuttles,
uh,
dropships.
we'll run into an overlord though. The question is, did Tooprookie see the shuttles? The
Yeah, you
dropships?
can still not notice it for sure.
Now you're confusing me as well. Um, so the siege tank is going to die to the lurkers. Oh, and
Oh, those
oh,
lurker
those are
shots.
peaceful spines.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tooprookie losing all of his army. Oh, but it's
And
now
now
killing
those
those
dropships
reinforcing workers.
are not even noticed anymore, so the
Mm,
timing is lost. He could have dropped at the same time and then be aggressive, and then maybe this could work. Right now, even though those dropships are moving in, Zerg can react because nothing else is happening on the map.
yeah. But I mean, there's nothing to defend the main base, and the defiler will need some time to get up. So just killing the
Yeah, Defiler
filer
Mount is
mount is
down and
really big.
huge.
The
And
cavern
now
gets denied. The
Greater
greater
Spire,
spire
Cavern,
dies.
all the tech that Zerg has is in this spot,
Yeah,
so very nice drop. Still,
big
I was
damage.
underestimating it, but the way it worked, it shouldn't have worked as well as it did, but it worked.
Yeah, and it's now able to clean up this drop, but did lose a lot of tech buildings, which he will have to rebuild. Is retaking the Netra though. Meanwhile, Guardians are attacking again, but there's still this one Wraith. So this was a bit of a race.
Yeah, Zerg trying to take his 4th base,
Mm,
but not having this crucial tech buildings
yeah.
hurts so much. Now with those things happening all over the place, Tooprookie banked quite a bit of minerals and gas. He can spend to build a huge army, and it is kind of huge in the middle. We'll see.
And we're going to get another drop. I do wonder if he's... And he's crossing the overlords again.
Oh my god, Terran can lose his main,
Oh yeah.
I mean his natural. Good swarms, killing 3 tanks, now borrowing lurkers into the bunkers, and all the marines are dead, so Terran is in the very bad spot right now.
And there's one more
Reinforcements.
200 energy fighter coming
Oh,
through.
the swarm is huge. Yeah, this push, like, I don't know. It's very good at the same time, and I don't know.
Yeah, but now Tooprookie has to get on top of the Terran production. This would be really big. Is the Defiler still alive?
I don't see it.
Yeah, true.
But still, like, decide to go for this push. It's huge.
Meanwhile, Tooprookie is losing his hive. And he never rebuilt the Defiler mount. So... The Terran might...
Terran is mined out, like,
Yeah.
right now, and I think still Zerk has huge advantage with 2 base mining, and then 3rd base almost mining. He realizes that
I
there
mean,
is a
if...
base finish.
I mean, sorry, but if Tooprookie loses all his lurkers now, he doesn't have any units anymore to contend with the Terran units.
But he still has an economy, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't have pool anymore. Yeah, that's weird. He didn't rebuild, he even tried to rebuild the tech buildings that he lost. So this was an all-in from Zerk.
I
Didn't
mean,
realize it.
he really has to rebuild now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I thought he just rebuilt it behind, but he didn't. He pushed all the energy into this all-in push, and it worked, right? But still, Terran can maybe pull it back.
This SCV is still alive. The bugging SCV that isn't doing anything survived the whole attack. Can you
Oh,
believe
this
it?
one in the middle. Just died, right? This one.
No, I mean the one that's bugging out for like the last 20
Ah,
minutes.
yeah. Just dancing around those
It's just a cheerleader. It
high
should have
ground.
these pom-poms, or how they're called in English, which cheerleaders have. And it's just like cheering on the Terran army from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Not doing anything. So we're having a bit of a move out again from Mavericck. However, Tooprookie still has some lurkers and is now going in with Zerglings, but well, he gets a siege tank. He can borrow his lurkers, and he gets a second siege tank. So that is something. And he is rebuilding his lair, but he never rebuilt his Hydra den. So I
don't like
think...
sending those lingings into death. I think he'll realize, yeah,
Yeah.
pulls back.
He really needs to
Yeah.
rebuild the Hydra den to get lurkers and set up defensive positions again.
Yeah, rebuilding layers so far, no Hydra den. I don't usually see this style of play. I mean, if Zerg starts this way, they go to Ultralisk, Speedlings, 4 bases, but then Tooprookie decided to push with lurkers, and he's been kind of aggressive with lurkers in the middle of the map, and they are 0 armor upgrades, so
Oh,
if
there's a big
he...
counterattack coming in at the natural. But I
Yeah, it's
think with the medics blocking for the Marines, this won't do that much. And SCVs are really tanky, so yeah.
Yeah, didn't do a lot.
Mavericck now going for the natural at the 1 o'clock position, while simultaneously, I think is the word I'm looking for, trying to drop again somewhere.
Oh,
And
nice defense
yeah.
matrices on those Marines. Really nice micro.
Oh, one siege tank is in range, but it gets defense metrics, so Sun Colony can't do much. Hydra then got rebuilt, so we're going to see lurkers again, but will the lurkers be in time? Meanwhile, we got another tech coming in at the natural of the main base. No.
Well, there
Mavericck.
is a push on the natural of the expansion.
Yeah.
And I don't think Tooprookie can stop it in time. Lurkers are only morphing at the ramp, and
Yeah.
they won't be there anytime soon.
I mean, Mavericck has to go up the ramp now, though. Because the lurkers are nearly finished, and once they're
Oh
up
my
the
god,
ramp.
huge Ling run by at the Terran's natural.
Oh
They
yeah.
are stupid with those medic walls, but still doing damage.
I mean, Tooprookie got 5,000 minerals anyway, so it's not like the Zerglings are worth that much to him.
Yeah, right now, it's a strange thing to say, but I think his bank are saving him. He's saving him, just banked so many resources, not building stuff, and now he can afford to build lots of units all of a sudden.
And now there are like 8 lurkers standing in front of the natural of Maverick's base and are
Yeah,
going to run in.
yeah, it's impossible to defend for Terran
Yeah,
if they're burrowed.
so this is going to be another lift.
And all his CV died. No? If he pulls back, then maybe.
But Mavericck is now breaking the 1 o'clock position.
Yeah, that's nice, but he didn't know that Tooprookie has like a huge bank of resources. So much resources. Yeah, it's like whole different play style. Can afford to lose all the bases and still win, I think.
Yeah. And now he's also going to lift off the mineral only, so Mavericck doesn't have any resource income.
Yeah, you
But
see, if you have great macro and spend resources, you end up with no money. Then you lose the game to a Zork who has a huge bank and can remax anytime with no basis mining.
Tooprookie should really like start to rebuild his tech though again. Because he's going to lose the spawning pool. Yeah, he's already building a new spawning pool.
Yeah. And he emphasizes his micro, like with defense matrices and things like that, because he doesn't have any base and no economy going for him. So
Yeah.
Mavericck tries to do as much damage as possible with those small groups of units, controlling nearly perfectly, doing all the tricks.
Tooprookie is trying to set up at the 12 o'clock position. Mavericck is trying to deny it, but will lose his units.
Yeah, it's not enough, and those
Yeah.
units are lost, and the only thing he has going for him is those 2 tanks denying base. But for Tooprookie, he can have no bases, no income at all, and still win. 3k, 3k. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, I mean, Tooprookie should still win, right? I mean, Mavericck doesn't have any income.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
if Tooprookie just builds Zerglings, he should like just kill Mavericck over time.
yeah,
And
he can just push into the main. There is only 1 tank. It's not sieged right now. It will be sieged, but it's still doable.
yeah. And yeah, let's see if Tooprookie can finally break the main base.
Yeah.
Or if Mavericck can keep on to his main.
The Tooprookie also, I think, doesn't know the full information that Terran has no bases. Tooprookie doesn't have the full map vision, so maybe playing a bit more careful.
Yeah,
But right now with
Tooprookie.
those buildings lifted, I think he realizes that it's GG
Yeah, the game should be
anytime.
over. I do think so too. That there's no way that Mavericck should, like, he's like right now losing all of his production, and Toprookie's already up to lair again, and he's getting his Hydralisk then. And he's having a giant bank.
Yeah. So this is very very strange. Like
And now the last command center will die.
people seeing this might assume that you should not spend resources, have some bank, and then win the game. But it's not the right thing to do, guys.
Mm.
It's just how the game unrolled this time. Not in every game.
And now Mavericck is also losing his very last. Oh, Tooprookie didn't want to. Okay.
Yeah, it's strange that he pulled back. Did he see it at least?
Also, can I just say fantasy GG real quick?
Yeah.
Because I casted BWCL on Wednesday, and it was the same story, nobody GG's. And we had like a 5-hour cast.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just kind of angry at yourself, at your opponent, maybe the
Yeah.
way things go wrong at the game, so you kind of waste time and just think about things, don't want to quit. Just kind of you feel this uh, that it's not justice, like it's not fair. You should have won the game, and you
Well, I
still.
mean, Mavericck is going to land his command center, and he still has 1 SCV, so maybe he's going to rebuild really slowly.
Yeah, with one SCV. Maybe, yeah. But he does know, I think, that Tooprookie has bank and it's hurting him. Like he knows that there is no base, that Zerg should be out of money, out of resources. Why does he have so many units? That's because of bad macro.
I mean, I really hope we're not going to see like a 1-hour game now where Mavericck slowly rebuilds from the 5 o'clock position.
Now, out of one SCV, it will be 2 hours game to rebuild everything. Yeah.
I mean, Tooprookie can just A-click this, right?
Does he know about the base?
I mean, he knows Mavericck got units there, so, and he sees with his Overlord.
Yeah, he
And
sees the units kind of.
yeah. And I mean, he is gathering unit there, so he should know that Mavericck is down here. Yeah, and now he's going. No, just A-click. Don't run away.
Yeah, with Terran it can be tricky because
Yeah.
tanks are so much
But
damage
there's the
with.
GG. And Tooprookie wins.
Yeah, nice game. I really liked it. It's
Uh,
so many turns that you don't expect, like this push, this
yeah.
bank, and then come back and losing all your bases, and still because of this bank you have
Yeah,
stuff to produce.
this was a really interesting
Yeah.
game, definitely. So we have Tooprookie with 2 wins and 0 losses, Mavericck with 2 wins and 1 loss, and Freya on 1-1. So next game is going to be Mavericck versus Freya, and if Freya wins, we're going to have a 3-way tie.
Yeah. By the way, I need a 2-minute break if you don't mind,
Oh
and
yeah, of
then
course.
I join right away. Okay, be right back.
Could you
Thanks.
just join the game so I could start? Yeah, so we're going to have a very short 2-minute break. because I'm going to be AFK for a second then too. I hope you're going to stick around and that the next game is going to be fun, and maybe we're going to have a tiebreaker, and then the whole thing is going to be probably like an hour long still. So let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm back now.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I was AFK too. So let's start the final game before the tiebreaker starts or does not start.
Yep.
And
I think it's my turn right now.
indeed.
So in the bottom right corner, playing as Terran, it's Freyasspirit, and in the bottom left corner, playing as Zerg, it's Tooprookie.
Little comment. Terran is the only wraith that actually looks kinda okay in yellow. I think Zerg and Protoss look terrible in yellow. But Terran can kinda wear it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Zerg, but Protoss is totally terrible in
Yep.
yellow. They are yellow by default, and then you put yellow color on top of them. It's
Yeah, it's really
terrible.
terrible. So another ZVT. Do you think we're going to see Tooprookie doing the same thing with the Hydralisk then?
Yeah, I think he's playing his own kind of GVT build, and I really like to emphasize that for lower level players, it's not necessarily to go mutas, because mutas are hard to control and they take years to perfect the micro for the
I
muta, and lurker builds are generally easier and like more cost efficient and more like you can do more stuff with your APM than you can do with mutas. Because
yeah
people just blindly go mutas, then lose all the mutas, and then turn is imba kind of stuff.
yeah, but I think that if you start learning your Muta micro soon and get a Muta micro map and like do it for like an hour every few days, you will have big improvement in ZVT. Because
Yeah,
lurkers will always leave you open to drops or stuff, so I don't know, I don't
yeah.
necessarily agree with the noob build that there are builds that are better for noobs. I think if you practice something you can do everything.
Yeah, but still, yeah, it depends. I mean, you can practice Muta Micro and you can play the game proper way, like Artosis plays, like honorable man, like or woman. So just to get it down and clean up your
Yeah.
basics. But if you have like to play 2-3 games per week because of your job or whatever, and you
Yeah,
don't have
true.
time to
Then it's
practice
tough.
the Muta, then just go
Yeah,
ahead with
then just do
lurkers.
stuff. Um,
But yeah, I agree.
so we're going to have a mech build from Freya, and we're having the same pool build that we have from Tooprookie last time, but with the layout of their base, I think Freya should be fine.
Yeah, and it was factory, quick factory, so we
Yeah.
can see 1-1-1 opening from the Terran player.
Yeah, could be 1-on-1 or could be, I think it's more likely 3-Fac Goliath.
Yeah, nice deny on factory, saves a bit of time
Mm.
for dessert.
Freya could pull back a few of those SCVs. Yeah, they are doing it now. Oh, but nice marine micro.
Yeah.
And now Vulture's coming out, but Tooprookie is reacting properly with a Sunken.
Yeah, sometimes if I match with Koreans on ladder, I really like mass linked builds into if I see factory or fast gas because of the ping. You know, it's like tier 8 and they could not micro marines and you just
Yeah.
send speedlings a move and you win the game easily. They are so frustrated. Yeah, I'm not sure which turn rate they are playing on, but sometimes against vulture openings, this can work, especially if thing is bad and you want to end the game right there.
Yeah, true. And Freya's now starting the expansion, so this is definitely 3-Fac Goliath. And we're also getting an armory, so yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Armory is telling that it's for sure the Goliath build.
but Tooprookie didn't build a Hydralisk then, so are we
Yeah, I
going to
don't
see
like
a
the fast
Spire?
gas from the build so far. Everything's good, but the fact that he is banking 300 gas, not spending it, so
Yeah, I
something was
mean,
not right.
he now built a Spire,
Yeah.
so you're usually having gas banked up before you build mutas because you need the 600 gas.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, it's totally stupid from my side. Yeah. The normal timing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this quick expansion
Oh,
got
6
me
speed
off
circles
guard.
coming in, and there's nothing to defend them. Marines are getting killed,
Oh
and
my
now there
god.
is a
Yeah.
Goliath out.
SCVs are going down.
Yeah, lots of SCV losses.
Yeah, it was worth it, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Those small Ling run bys that doing so much. So against Goliath, I think people can do either way: stay on Muta for a long time on pure Muta, or switch to Hydras against them,
Um,
especially when there could be starports and science vessels when you're on Muta.
yeah, true. I mean, there's the Soma build where you get your third hatchery at your natural, but this is not what we're going to see, so... And this is a very far third base, considering that you're playing against mech. But Tooprookie already got the Hydra den, so I think he will start off with Mutas and then transition into Hydras.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, which is,
And
I think, the easier variation of the two.
what I also like because of this early aggression, he knows for sure what is the build Terran
Mm,
doing, that it's for sure mech, that it's Goliaths, he
yeah.
knows the timings and all the good stuff. Oh, this SCV deny is huge. Not sure it was scout or
Yeah, I think it
third
was
base.
scouting. You can't get a third base that early, that would be suicide. Mutalisk harassing the SCVs, and I'm really happy to see that he's stacking the Mutalisk this game.
Yeah. So for Goliath, against Goliath build, you could not harass SCVs as you can against Marines.
Mm,
Goliath has huge range against Mutalisk,
yeah.
still do damage, so you have to be careful. And also against Goliaths, you need armor upgrades for your Mutalisks, and Tooprookie is not doing armor upgrade.
Yeah.
He's transitioning to Hydras, which is also fine, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
If you don't want to stay on Mutas, you don't need Muta upgrades.
So Mima Freya is getting more Goliath, but if you're faced with Hydralisk, you really need to get a tank at some point. Because Hydralisk beat Goliath on ground.
Yeah, Goliath's good against air, not so
Mm,
good against ground. I
yeah.
would also like to see upgrades for the Hydralisks and Tooprookie starting his +1 on damage. I would also like to see second evolution chamber to get the
Mm,
armor upgrades as well
true.
and some more drones.
So Tooprookie is going to push out, and Freya only has 7 Goliaths. So Freya might just die here.
Yeah, this push is weird. I've never seen it, but we'll see how it works. Like, I would not push in this situation because I have +1 base and potentially I can take fourth base as a
Yeah,
Zerg. And usually Terran wants to be aggressive to deny Zerg base.
yeah.
Nothing
Freya's
to be
going...
afraid of.
Sorry. We're getting fight, and the Hydralisks are moving on top of the Goliath. The Mutalisks are tanking now, however, as they should be for the Hydralisk.
Oh, that's a nice
And
fight.
yeah, Freya is losing a lot of Goliaths here. And I think that this attack might just force a lift.
Oh yeah, it's very thin. Like, maybe Terran can still defend it if those factories score.
I
Oh,
mean,
they're all
if
building.
I
Yeah.
mean, if Tooprookie just moves up the ramp now, I think he wins. If he gets on top of the production. But he's a
Yeah,
bit
and still
scared.
there's a lot of damage from Tooprookie, and Freya didn't
Mm,
build bunker, didn't react in time, didn't see it
yeah.
coming. It's a nice push. I should incorporate in my own play maybe. It's interesting. Because usually I don't see a reason to push into Goliaths. You have the bases as a Zerg, and Terran should push, like why? But
I
this was very
mean,
well timed from Tooprookie.
yeah, I mean, Tooprookie also like did a lot of things to throw Freya off in the early game. Starting with the early pool and then then the speedling attack. Um,
Yeah,
and if you don't macro properly with your Goliaths, then you'll just get overrun by Hydras. Especially if you don't have a tank. Freya should really... I mean, now that she knows that it's Hydras, she should really add a tank or two.
yeah. There's one machine shop, but no
Mm,
tanks so far, and no upgrades for tanks.
yeah.
This is strange.
Um, yeah, I mean, this is like also really tough, I think, on Terrans because you have to know how to react. And I've seen that a lot, that I killed people by going Hydra when they went mech. So it's really a thing of knowledge, and if you don't know it, then you just die.
Yeah,
Hydra's
I
moving
usually
in
stay
now
on
against
Utah.
the
Oh,
line,
there's a fight. Yeah.
but I think there were enough Goliaths to disarray the Hydras.
Yeah, rather there weren't enough hiders, and I don't like lurkers against this. So if
Yeah.
it's not bio build, you don't need lurkers against Goliaths and tanks. They do nothing in
Oh no.
particular.
Um, this is great though. There are no missile turrets at the natural. And there's
Oh
no
yeah,
academy, so...
Terran skipped the scans on each base. I
Yeah.
didn't notice it. Yeah, this could be a right response.
And Freya is moving their Goliaths through the lurkers now. And if Tooprookie wants to, he can just move the lurkers into the natural now.
Yeah, Freya knows about the bases, but I'm not sure 5 Goliaths can push any base. It's so little.
Yeah, definitely not. And now Tooprookie's just moving into the natural with his lurkers.
And now there's the turret, but there should have been a bunker from before, so just to clean up.
Yeah, aim the missile turret though.
Yeah, so many SCV died, so I think this is unrecoverable return.
Yeah.
19 SCVs at this point when Zerg has 4 bases. Like, there's no going back.
Yeah. And now we are getting another push of Hydras and Mutalisks.
Yeah, now siege is finished and we have 2 tanks finally, but it's not the... It's already kind of over, but the thinking is right.
Yeah. But the Hydras just overwhelm the siege tank. There's just too much Zerg stuff on the field.
Yeah. Very strange game from Freya. I expected... I mean, maybe they were not in the right mood, but judging from TVT game and I think TVP game, right, we see from Freya, the skill is there, like the mechanics are there. It's just maybe the Zerg matchup that's not very well mapped out, or this Goliath build was a new build or something like that. It
Yeah.
felt like it. Just small things that are not there.
So we're having the end result. We have 3 wins for Tooprookie and 0 losses. We have 2 wins for Mavericck and 1 loss. We have 1 win for Freyasspirit and 2 losses, and 3 losses for Jsteh19. So this means that Tooprookie and Mavericck are through. Congrats to the players, really great games. And Freyasspirit and Jsteh are unfortunately out, but they can still play in the consolation bracket. Which I would definitely like to see.
Yeah, Tooprookie turns out picked the right name for himself. Just get him top of this group.
Yeah,
PC.
definitely. Do you have any last words?
Thank you for watching, and I'd like to see more from those players in the groups. Maybe hope for more casts and see how it goes. It's really kind of nice lineup. Everybody has their different styles, bringing something new to these matchups. And, yeah, like to see them next rounds. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you from watching from me as well, and I'm really sorry for my cross voice. I don't know, I woke up this morning and my voice was gone. So I'm happy that I could cast, but my voice really wasn't on top of the day, and I'm really sorry for this. And I really hope that you still had fun. And I hope I see you in the next one, and keep watching RSL. Freya is casting too. I'm pretty sure Neepline will also cast soon again, so keep watching and keep the leap going to everyone. And thanks for watching and have a nice weekend. Goodbye.